Introduction. When the heart whispers goodbye before the mouth does asterisk. There are moments in life when the hardest thing isn't walking away, choosing not to turn back, letting someone go, especially someone you once envisioned a future with. Doesn't always come with fireworks or shouting matches. Sometimes it's a quiet ache in the chest, a slow, silent grieving for something that once felt so alive. You may smile during the day, nod politely at work, laugh with friends, but when the night comes and silence wraps itself around you, your heart whispers her name like a prayer or a plea. And yet, in that aching silence, something else begins to grow you. This is a story that many don't speak of, the hidden pain and the unexpected strength that follows. Not the drama of a breakup, but the internal transformation that only heartbreak can truly trigger. Asterisk Part 1. Why letting go feels like losing a part of yourself. Asterisk letting go of someone who mattered is like amputating a limb without anesthesia. Not just the person you lose, it's the shared dreams, the imagined milestones, the what could have been. When you invest deeply in someone, your identity subtly entangles with theirs. Your routines change, your thoughts orbit around them. Your future includes their smile, their habits, even their annoying little quirks. And when they're gone, you're left with a quiet kind of emptiness, a hollow echo of what used to be us, now turned into just me. That's why it hurts more than people realize. You're not just mourning a relationship, you're mourning a version of yourself that only existed with them. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone we love is meant to stay. And sometimes, the bravest thing we'll ever do is let go of someone we still care about, because staying would mean losing ourselves completely. Asterisk. Part 2. The hidden triggers behind the silent goodbye. Asterisk. Many people think relationships end because of obvious things: betrayal, distance, arguments. But sometimes the most heartbreaking breakups come from more subtle forces. Unspoken needs. When you consistently feel unseen, unheard, or misunderstood, a deep loneliness starts to grow. Even when you're still physically together, growth at different speeds. Sometimes one person begins to evolve emotionally, spiritually, or mentally, while the other stays stagnant. What once connected you becomes the very thing that creates distance. Emotional exhaustion. When you're the one always giving, always adjusting, always forgiving, you eventually reach a point of emotional bankruptcy. These are the quiet killers of connection. And when you finally walk away, the world might not understand. But you do. Deep down, you know the relationship was no longer a place where your soul could breathe. Asterisk Part 3. The silent aftermath. Grieving in a world that tells you to move on. Asterisk. After the goodbye comes the stillness. The world moves on, but you remain stuck in the in-between, missing her smile, but also remembering the tears you cried when she didn't notice your pain. In American culture, there's a heavy pressure to bounce back, to get over it, to man up. But healing doesn't work on a timer. And grief isn't linear. You might hear a song that reopens the wound, pass a place you once visited together, and feel your chest tighten. Reach for your phone instinctively to tell her something, then realize she's no longer yours. These quiet moments of mourning are valid and necessary, because to fully heal, you must allow yourself to feel, without shame, without rushing, without numbing it with distractions or rebound relationships. Asterisk Part 4. How pain quietly transforms you. If you let it. Asterisk. Here's the part no one tells you. Growth doesn't always look like joy. Sometimes it looks like solitude, like sitting with your sadness, like confronting your deepest fears and disappointments, and choosing to rise anyway. When you let go of someone who felt like your home, you're forced to build a new one. Within yourself, this is where the growth begins. You rediscover your own voice, the one that was slowly silenced in the noise of compromise. You set boundaries not just with others, but with yourself. You stop chasing after people who only offer breadcrumbs of affection. You learn to sit in stillness, And in that stillness, you begin to hear the quiet truth. You are whole, even without them. Part 5. Practical steps to reclaim your strength at home. Asterisk pain alone doesn't guarantee growth. It's what you do with the pain that defines your transformation. Here are some tools you can apply at home to move through heartbreak, not just to survive it, but to grow from it. 1. Write letters you never send every morning or evening. Write a letter to her. Say everything you wish you could say, then fold it, keep it, or burn it. But don't send it. This is for you to process, not to reopen wounds. 2. Create a you routine. Your identity might have revolved around the relationship. Now build rituals that center around your healing. Morning walks in silence. Listening to reflective podcasts or instrumental music. Cooking meals with intention and care. 3. Detach gently from memory triggers. Certain songs, photos, or objects keep pulling you back into sadness. Put them away. You're not erasing her. You're creating space for your own rebirth. 4. Reconnect with people who uplift you. Sometimes we isolate ourselves in pain, but healing accelerates in the presence of healthy connection. Reach out to an old friend, join a book club, talk to a mentor. Choose people who speak to your growth, not your grief. 5. Invest in something bigger than the pain. Take a class. Volunteer. Start that project you've been putting off. Heartbreak can feel like a dead end, but with intention, it becomes a doorway to a life you never imagined. Asterisk Part 6. The beauty of who you're becoming. Asterisk. There's a version of you right now sitting in the quiet, feeling broken, unsure. But there's also another version of you just around the corner. One who is wiser, softer but stronger, grounded, whole. Letting her go didn't just break you. It broke open something inside you. You learned how deeply you can feel. You learned what kind of love you need, don't deserve. You learned that peace is more valuable than proximity. And one day, when you least expect it, you'll look back and thank this version of yourself. The one who chose self-respect over attachment. Who cried in silence but kept walking. Who believed, even through the pain, that something better, someone better, maybe even just a better you, was waiting on the other side. Conclusion: let go. Not to lose, but to find yourself again. Letting her go might be one of the most painful decisions you've ever made. But it's also one of the most powerful. Because in that release, you're choosing growth. You're choosing dignity. You're choosing a life where your worth isn't dependent on anyone's validation. You're not weak for feeling the pain. You're not foolish for loving deeply. You're human. And this chapter, this quiet, aching chapter, isn't the end of your story. It's the turning point. Final words from Awaken Mindset. You found a piece of yourself in these words. If your heart whispered yes between the lines, then this message was meant for you. At Awaken Mindset, we believe in healing out loud, in choosing depth over distraction, and in growing stronger, not colder, through the storms life sends us. Subscribe for more reflections that meet you right where you are on the path. In the process, still healing, still human. Let's grow quietly, deeply, together.